Hi, it's me, Sailor Jupiter, Lita here, and today it's now it now makes 8 years that this YouTube fairway has been opened. 8 years ago, Sailor Moon, Serena, whatever you want to call her, opened up this YouTube fairway. You know, after the last one got shut down by YouTube, and this was about 8 years ago. So, 8 years ago, we started this YouTube Fairway, not knowing if we were going to be around for 8 years, not knowing if we were going to be in good standing with YouTube Webstead oversight, YouTube followership oversight, or anything else. You know, dealing with going through all the hate, dealing with, the haters and what they were saying and what they were doing, dealing with the the shutdowns and the locks downs and all that other shit which was going on YouTube at the time. So to be here 8 years later, it's a big deal. Now I know there are some folks on YouTube who their YouTube fairways have gone back to it. I know there's some folks on YouTube their YouTube fairways have gone back to 2005 YL when YouTube first showed up. Good for them. They had a strong step word, and they never got hacked, or their haters never lied to YouTube and said they were doing wrong when they weren't. Things like that. Well, we were never that lucky. But when it comes to this YouTube fairway, this was the one that at least has been around for 8 years. You know? And it is a big deal for us to be around for 8 years. Alright, so now here is the film. Now, Omen Boy talks about how I'm one of his beloved sailor fighters, and he likes me since I actually didn't do what most folks believed. I had a little bit of everything. I was a fighter, but I was also kind, and I had all these things that most folks didn't think I should behave, and I didn't behave the way that most folks, thought that I should behave. Like, well, I did this and that. And I guess I could get into that film some other time. But, so, you have Amazon and eBay. Both websteads that I actually do like. Now, at the end of the day, I tend to buy stuff on Amazon than eBay. Now, it's not that eBay's bad. Now, the only time that it ever works out well is if you buy it outright, if there is no bidding on it. But sometimes the worth of the things can be high. Now, I know there's a lot of folks that like to talk about how Amazon has high worth for their things they sell, but on eBay, things can be worth a lot. Even worth a lot more if it goes into a bid. Now, it's true that it's true that, sometimes with eBay, the likeness of the doll or whatever, the likeness of whatever you're buying is whatever you're buying. Where on Amazon, it is true that you might have a likeness, but it doesn't always match up with what you're buying. So, yeah, that is true. You know? Now, a lot of folks, say a lot of folks are lucky when it comes to, winning a bid or whatever. But that was always seemed to be a runoff. It always seemed to be something that kept me away from eBay. It was the bidding. Now, keep in mind that was how eBay was set up. That's their bread and butter, the whole bidding thing. But a lot of times, if I would get something from eBay, like if it would always be, could get bought outright, which at the end of the day is probably the best, the great thing you can do if you're on eBay. Because sometimes if you get on eBay and you go for a bid, you might not win. Someone else might have more than you do. So whatever the thing is, you lost it. But if you see something that no one isn't bidding on, doesn't want to buy, and you buy it outright there, you got it. You don't have to worry about not having it. The only thing you might have to worry about is how it looks like and if it's going to be new or old. Because on eBay, a lot of times you're buying from not from a business, but from someone. Now, on Amazon, you could buy it outright as long as you had enough gout on you, you know, and you knew what you were getting into when you bought from Amazon. Now, yes, it is true that sometimes Amazon's likenesses doesn't match up with what's being sold. That is true. A lot of folks tend to, scathe Amazon by saying, oh, they tell you how much to sell it for and they tell you where to sell it. Yeah, well, there is a thing called Amazon Webstead Oversight and Amazon Followership Oversight. On eBay, I'm sure eBay has a eBay Webstead Oversight and an eBay Followership Oversight. And I'm sure they have oversights over how you sell your stuff and when you sell your stuff and stuff. All kinds of things. Now eBay is good if you're looking for truly, truly old stuff. If you're looking for something that's old and that it might not be on Amazon. But once again, on eBay, you do run into high worths for things. Sometimes these are more higher than it is on Amazon. Now, a lot of the things that someone might say out there is, isn't it true that folks who are on eBay, and I'm talking about the sellers, not the buyers, is it true that there's some kind of fee that they have to yield to eBay each month for being on there? I don't know if it is or if not. You let me know. And some folks say that eBay, their whole backbone is the sellers. That they could not live without the sellers and they don't have anything else to back them up. Well, I think that's unfair. I think eBay does have other things going for it. It's not a small business. It probably started out as a small business, but it's a big business now. So I'm sure that they got a lot more things to fall back on. But at the end of the day, their big thing is their sellers. But at the end of the day, a lot of us came from eBay. I mean, my mistake, take it back. A lot of us came from Amazon. Yeah, if it came to Sailor Moon, a lot of us came from eBay, except I'm going to probably say Sailor Neptune was eBay. Everyone else was from Amazon. Well, the non-Sailor Moon things like Jason Jordan, Bigfoot, Michael Cole, Ernest P. Ward, Pee Wee Herman, Beetlejuice, and Steven Urkel, and Divatox, a lot of them all came from eBay. Right out buying. I might be leaving out someone else that came from me, but those are the ones that came from eBay. I know there are some folks out there that always ask where they're. Oh, and Sailor Mini Moon came from a webstead called Anime Toys or whatever, but it's not even around anymore. Like Drawing Show Toys. But at the end of the day, I like Amazon and eBay. But I tend to buy, if there's going to be anything, I tend to go to Amazon first to see if they do have it and to see if they're not selling it, that the worth is lower than it is on eBay. Because sometimes what happens is If you can't, sometimes what will happen is if you can't seek it on Amazon, but you do seek it on eBay, sadly what happens is that it becomes it's worth way too much if you do seek it on eBay, so you could lose out that way. But at the end of the day, I like Amazon and eBay. I think they're both good websteads. Tell me what you think. Alright? I'm Sailor Jupiter Lita. Hope you like this film.